You're right. Quality service is not selling anymore. And look, I've worked with multiple online service providers, helped them grow and scale their business, and I know how frustrating it can be to be outsold by young, inexperienced, and careless guys just because they can use the power of social media. But something very strange has happened in the world of online service-based businesses, and you know as well as I do. Social media has introduced an era that doesn't always reward the best. And because of that, the way of testing and selling a service has completely changed. And this change made quality-oriented professionals lose insane market share to dumb, careless, and inexperienced guys. You could call them waitlist entrepreneurs because they have found a way to launch, sell, and profit off a service before building any infrastructure. So stick around for the next 10 to 15 minutes where I'll be breaking down the new way of selling your service in 2025. Enjoy. Alright, let's get into it. This is why dumb, careless, and inexperienced people might be outselling you and what you can do to finally get the quality of your service recognized in 2025 on social media. So I'll be breaking down what you're doing currently, why that's not working, and what these stupid, dumb, careless, inexperienced, whatever you want to call them, people are doing in order to scale their service-based businesses as fast as possible while you are left on the sidelines. In this case, this is probably you, with sales that feel like zero, with a gross volume that feels like almost nothing, while these stupid people are making tens of thousands of dollars every single month. And whether you're running an online coaching, consulting, or even an agency business, by now you have recognized that it's not quality that sells. At least not in the beginning, because you've been putting in all these 10, 12, 13-hour days of input while making zero cash. And you're building a quality product before even selling it. And then you're wondering why your revenue is not increasing. Now you know this is wrong, so you know that all of this input with zero cash is wrong, but you put up with this because you're still learning, right? So you're still mastering the skill. You're still becoming a master practitioner. And this is why you start telling yourself a very convenient story, as a matter of fact. You tell yourself the story that once you have a good enough service, you just need a few clients and get referrals, and from there you can scale exponentially because referrals build on referrals, and then you have a great quality of product, and then you scale organically, right? Well, although that's a good long-term strategy to get started, it can kill your business. And you know exactly why. So the first one is you will actually never know if your product is good enough. This is because with a low frequency of lead flow, you won't even know if your product is actually good because your results will be based on a tiny sample, not massive amounts of data, but a tiny sample. So you'll never actually know the impact that your product has on the market, and you'll just be basing everything off of your assumptions. Second, the getting referrals part, although it seems very convenient, like the best way to scale, it's extremely inconsistent, especially in the beginning. So if you had a high volume of sales, a high volume of lead flow, then you could base your calculations on statistics. But since you're barely starting out, relying on referrals can literally kill your business. Because those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clients that you're currently working with, relying on them to refer you, it's extremely risky. It's a very small sample size. And also, if you're in the wrong niche, I have to point this out because we're working with people like this. If you're, for example, in trauma healing coaching, a lot of people have a lot of shame surrounding that problem. So they will never actually share that they need a trauma healing coaching in the first place. And that makes it very hard for you and less likely that you will ever get referrals. So this is something to keep in mind. These are the two main problems that you have. So in this situation, why are you getting frustrated? It's because you see stupid, careless, and inexperienced guys outselling you. And this is because they don't focus on necessarily the quality of their product. They just sell their stuff and still make 10 times more than you do. What I like to call them, these people are waitlist entrepreneurs. And I define a weightless entrepreneur as a weightless entrepreneur is an entrepreneur who is deeply aware of their ignorance and asks the market for advice before committing substantial resources to any new endeavor. This essentially means that they never assume anything. They always test the idea before developing a high quality product. No matter how stupid, dumb, careless, inexperienced you are, there are only 3 things that you need to know in order to test the idea. What's your market? So who is your market? What sort of people are relevant to your market? This, for example, in this case are one-armed blondes, because why not? The second one is the statement that you will bring to the market. This is sort of your hypothesis that you will test. You will test if the market needs this transformational statement that you're bringing to it, or maybe not. So you could construct this statement by saying, I help one-armed blondes get to running a marathon in a time frame 120 days with unique mechanism, the power jogger protocol. So you bring the statement, this step 2, you bring the statement to the market, and you also combine it with a list of deliverables so that the market has a clear conception what you imagine to deliver as a service. So once you have the market statement deliverables, then you can finally start testing. So for example, for me, I help online coaches, which is, my ICP, get to scaling by at least 10K per month in profit in 60 days time with the Essentialist Coach method. So what I help people do is essentially my market is online coaches who have already tried a lot of things to scale their business but have never really succeeded. I bring to them my unique mechanism of the Essentialist Coach, the coach who only focuses on the most essential steps and avoids getting lost in, nuances and analysis paralysis. So this is what I bring to the market. And so my personal list of deliverables include a scalable, profitable traffic mechanism, lead mechanisms to get those people on calls, and also a full sales process in order to convert those calls effectively. So this is what I do, and this is my market, my statement, my deliverable. But essentially, as a good waitlist entrepreneur, I would only have these 3 and then get the first sale before building any infrastructure around my service. And this is because a good waitlist entrepreneur makes sure the idea sells before building any infrastructure. So you get the first sale. Now keep this in mind, this is very important. If the idea never sells, quality work will always go unrecognized. And some of you might be thinking to yourself, oh damn, that's exactly what has been wrong with my business. So if you've never actually tested the idea that you're selling, you never actually tested the transformation that you're conveying to people, you never actually asked people on a big enough time horizon and big enough sample whether or not the idea is appealing to them, then your quality service, your effort, your sacrifice, your time invested will always go unrecognized. And this is how you get stuck, quite frankly. But as a good waitlist entrepreneur, if you decide to become a good waitlist entrepreneur, you can sell your idea first before building anything and then building as you go. Now, how do you build? Because a lot of people have this concern. How do you build without scamming people? Because at this point, you don't really have experience. You have nothing built out. So how do you build as you go? You build first by defining the first step in the client journey. So let's say that this is the first step. This is onboarding, and this is giving them the first gems, and this is the transformation. Then you would be starting with the first step and building out the first step rather than somewhere over here. Now this sounds evident, but a lot of people still don't do it. So for example, if you're a high performance coach and it's essential that your clients have the right mindset going into things before they even, do the things that will get them the result, then you will start with mindset modules. You will start with mindset coaching in order to have them take the first steps before doing anything. Then you will also be pre-framing your collaboration as extremely personalized. This is crucial because at this point you don't have anything built out. So essentially these people will be coming into a business which is not really a business just yet. So you will personalize everything, you will custom tailor everything to them, and you will convey this idea to them so that they are patient with you, the pressure is reduced and their satisfaction goes up, because they will know exactly that everything is custom tailored to their specific circumstance, because that's what you are doing essentially. Then second, after you have the first things first, then you will get them results. So you will get them an ROI. Once they trust you and once you've started building out the first steps, then you will focus on getting them an ROI, so getting them results. You'll focus on unlocking key mindset gems, helping them unlock key mindset gems in order to get to the next level. Because it's often the case that your clients don't really have a lack of knowledge, but they have a lack of mindset, a lack of mental strength to get to the result or anything like that. So once you have the first things first and results second completed, then you can finally ask for testimonials and therefore future-proof your business and initiate exponential growth rather than linear growth by collecting testimonials and building a solid base of social proof. So this is exactly how a good waitlist entrepreneur constructs their business plan and their strategy. So they are not focusing on building a quality product before even selling it, what a lot of people I see are doing. But they first sell the idea, they prove the concept with a large enough sample, and then they build as they go. So if you feel like that you got any value from this video and you finally realized by some dumb, careless and inexperienced people might be outselling you and how you can finally get the quality of your work recognized, then, do the YouTube things, like, subscribe, comment under this video. And if you're an online coach, consultant, or online therapist and you want to sell what actually sells, then you can also go to the first link below and schedule a funnel audit with me. Well, you and me on a 45-minute call will create your MVP and your strategy to promote it, so you can take advantage of the waitlist entrepreneur method and not be stuck in endless loops of trying to improve quality while never increasing revenue. And third, we'll help you integrate and build scalable and sustainable mechanisms for your traffic, for your conversion call bookings, and your closing, so your sales process, which is the third step over here. But if you're not an online coach, consultant, or online therapist, then I just hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.